Good morning, everybody. Myself, Anshika Gupta, from MA second year, student of Department of Philosophy. So here I'm going to present my dissertation presentation. Topic is revisiting social contract theory in the age of AI. So here introduction. Social contract theory explains the relation between individual and the state, how people and government are connected. Individuals gave their certain freedoms to state for security and order. Today, AI is growing very fast and influences decision making, surveillance, and public policies. So we need to think again about social contract in the age of AI and how these traditional concepts influence our governance. AI is becoming a powerful force that affects people's lives. So society needs rule and agreements about how AI should be used. What is social contract theory? Social contract theory is a political philosophy. It explains how society and government are formed through an implicit agreement among individuals. State of nature is a hypothetical concept which shows that how state work without any institutions. In state of nature, individual had complete freedom but faced insecurity and conflict. To ensure safety and stability, people agreed to form a state and gave their some freedom to the state. The state, in return, is responsible for protecting life, liberty, and property of the people. It means that social contract theory focused on mutual rights and responsibilities between citizen and government. So, there are three major key thinkers. Now we'll discuss whose views on social contract theory are different from one another. Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and Rousseau. First, Hobbes. Thomas Hobbes was an English philosopher who is best known for his ideas on social contract theory. Given in his work Leviathan in 1651, he believed that human beings are naturally self interested, competitive, and driven by fear, especially the fear of death. According to Hobbes, in this state of nature, a condition without government or laws, life would be full of conflict and insecurity. He famously described such as a solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short, meaning people would constantly live in fear and violence. He rejected the idea that humans are naturally good or moral. Instead, he believed that laws and authority are necessary to make people behave properly. In the modern context, Hobbes' theory is often used to justify strong state control, especially in situations like war, emergencies, or security threats. In the AI era, his ideas can be linked to digital surveillance systems, where governments use AI tools to monitor citizens for maintaining order and preventing crime. Now, Locke. John Locke was an English philosopher who gave a more positive view on human nature compared to Hobbes. He believed that people are rational, reasonable, and capable of living peacefully. According to Locke, the state of nature is not state of chaos, but a condition of freedom and equality where people generally respect each other's rights. He introduced the concept of natural rights, which include life, liberty, and property. These rights are inherent and cannot be taken away by anyone. Locke argued that the main purpose of government is to protect these natural rights. People form a social contract to create a government that serves their interests. Unlike Hobbes, Locke did not support absolute power. He believed that government authority should be limited and based on the consent of the people. His ideas strongly influenced modern democracy, constitutional government, and systems where power is divided and limited. In today's AI era, Locke's theory is highly relevant in discussions about data privacy, individual rights, and consent. The use of AI must respect people's freedom and personal data, aligning with Locke's idea that government should not violate natural rights. So, from his philosophy, raises an important question today. How can we ensure that AI systems and governments protect individual rights instead of controlling or exploiting them? Now, Rousseau. Rousseau was a French philosopher who had a unique and influential view on social contract theory. He believed that humans are naturally good, free, and peaceful. According to Rousseau, in the state of nature, people lived simple and happy lives. Problems began with the development of private property, which created inequality and competition. He argued that society and institution often corrupt human nature, leading to injustice and loss of freedom. He introduced the idea of general will, which represents the collective interest or common good of all people in society. In his view, the social contract is not about giving power to a ruler, but about forming a community where people collectively govern themselves. He believed that true freedom comes from obeying laws that people create for themselves as part of general will. He supported direct democracy, where citizens actively participate in decision making rather than depending on a single ruler. Unlike Hobbes, he rejected absolute authority, and unlike Locke, he focused more on equality than individual property rights. His ideas greatly influenced democratic thought and major events like the French Revolution. In today's AI era, Rousseau's ideas are relevant in discussions about collective decision making and public interest in technology use. AI systems should reflect the general will of society, not just the interests of government or big tech companies. From his philosophy, raises an important question today. How can we ensure that AI serves the common good while maintaining equality and fairness for all? Evolution of technology and society. Human society has always changed with new technology. During the Industrial Revolution, machines replaced manual work and changed jobs and production. The digital revolution brought computers, internet, and fast communication. Now we are in the age of AI, where machines can learn and make decisions. Technology is not only a tool now, it also influences how governments work and how people live. Introduction to AI. AI means machines that can think, learn, and make decisions like humans. AI uses data, algorithms, and computing power to perform tasks. There are two main types: narrow AI and general AI. Examples of AI in daily life: voice assistants, recommendation systems, self driving technology. AI is now used in many areas like healthcare, education, business, and governance. There's a movie of Spider Man in which Uncle Ben said to Peter Parker that with great power comes great responsibility. That means anyone who holds power through AI technology must use it for the benefit of society and not for harm. AI and governance. Governments are not using AI for better and faster governance. AI helps in quickly analyzing large amounts of data, which supports faster decision making. It is used in many public services like healthcare, education, transport, and policing. AI systems can also help in predicting problems such as crime, diseases, and traffic jams, which makes administration more efficient and organized. It is also used in e governance and digital identity systems. It reduces human workload and helps in avoiding delay in government work. It also supports policy making by giving useful data and information. So, there are some problems with AI in governance. Too much use of AI can reduce human decision making. There are also concerns about privacy, surveillance of citizens, and unfair results due to biased algorithms. So, while AI is useful, it must be used carefully and ethically. Changing nature of social contract. The social contract theory explains the relationship between individuals and the state. In the traditional sense, people give some of their freedom of the government in return for security, protection, and basic rights. In today's digital and AI driven world, this relationship is changing. Now, technology, especially AI, plays an important role between citizens and the state. Many decisions are influenced by data and algorithms instead of only human judgment. This creates a new situation where not only the government but also technology systems affect people's lives. Because of this, the social contract is becoming more complex. Citizens are now connected with the state through digital platforms, online services, and AI systems. This is changing the way trust, freedom, and responsibility work in society. In the AI era, we need to rethink the social contract so that it can balance technology, government power, and individual rights in a fair way. Ethical issue in AI. AI brings many benefits, but it also creates several ethical problems. One of the biggest concerns is privacy. AI systems collect and use a large amount of personal data, which can be misused if not properly protected. Another issue is bias and discrimination. Sometimes AI systems make unfair decision making. They are trained on biased data. This can affect people in areas like hiring, policing, and loan approval. Accountability is also a major problem. If an AI system makes the wrong decision, it is not always clear who is responsible, the developer, the government, or the machine itself. There is also a lack of transparency in many AI systems, which means people do not fully understand how decisions are being made. Because of these issues, it is important to use AI in a responsible and ethical way. Now, some case studies. AI is already being used in many real life areas, which shows its impact on society and governance. One example is the use of AI in policing, where systems help in identifying crime patterns and improving security measures. However, it also raises concern about surveillance and privacy. Another example is AI in healthcare, where it helps doctors in diagnosing diseases, analyzing medical reports, and suggesting treatments more quickly and accurately. This improves the quality of medical services. It is also widely used in social media platforms. Algorithms decide what content users see based on their interests and behavior. While this improves user experience, it can also create issues like misinformation, bias, and manipulation of public opinion. These examples show that AI is deeply connected with our daily life and governance, bringing both benefits and challenges. Um, Reimagining social contract. In the age of AI, there is a need to rethink and update the social contract theory. The traditional idea of the social contract mainly focused on the relationship between the state and citizens, but now technology has become an important part of this relationship. A new social contract should include rules for the ethical use of AI and digital technologies. It should ensure that technology is used for the benefit of people and not to control or harm them. There is also a need for strong laws and regulations to manage AI systems, protect data privacy, and prevent misuse of information. Human centered AI should be the main focus, where technology supports human values, rights, and dignity. In this way, the social contract must evolve to balance innovation, governance, and individual freedom in the digital age. The findings from this study, it can be found that AI is strongly changing the traditional idea of social contract theory. Earlier, the relation between citizens and the state was simple, but now technology has become an important third factor in this relation. AI is improving governance by making decision making faster, more efficient, and data driven. At the same time, it is also creating new challenges related to privacy, surveillance, bias, and accountability. It is also clear that both governments and private tech companies are gaining more power through AI systems. This raises concerns about control over data and individual freedom. Overall, the study shows that there is a need to balance technological progress with ethical values and human rights to create a fair digital society. Conclusion and suggestions. In conclusion, AI is reshaping the traditional social contract theory in modern society, and the relationship between citizens and the state is no longer limited to direct interaction, but now includes technology as an important factor. It is improving governance by making systems faster, smarter and more efficient. It also brings serious challenges such as privacy issues, surveillance, algorithmic bias, and lack of accountability. It is important to use AI in a responsible and ethical way. It is suggested that strong laws and regulations should be made to control the use of AI. Transparency, fairness, and protection of human rights must be ensured in all AI based systems. Governments, tech companies, and citizens should work together to create a balanced digital society where technology serves humanity, not controls it. So there's a quote from by Nick Bostrom. AI should be controlled carefully because it will shape the future of humanity. These are the references. Thank you.